G'day, I'm Matthew Lawrence.
And I'm Felix Cook.
And once again, we'll be talking about the most recent statistics to come out of the REINZ monthly report. We'll also be looking at some of the growth information, some rental information, and touching base on the 5 main strategies that people are using to sell here in Queenstown. And finally, we'll talk about the most recent auction results.
Alright, so what happened for the month of October in the Queenstown market? So we have noticed that there has been an increase from buyer interest from outer region areas such as Auckland, but also from Australia. There's been a lot of Australians join the property market here as buyers looking for that holiday home and place to use on their destination getaway. Some significant things we have noticed as well that are impacting the market would be the rise in interest rates. It has been a lot of hesitancy growing amongst buyers, with also vendors starting to get a little bit more wary on the value of their property.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of some of the numbers and what we're seeing out there, comparing this to October 2021 to October 2022, we've seen number of sales decrease from 140 to 60, so that's a 57% drop. We've seen median sale price increase from 1.33 to 1.37, and we've seen the median days to sell increase from up 7% from 42 to 45. In terms of how that's going this year, from September 2022 to October 2022, we've actually seen a 14% drop in number of sales. We've seen a 13% increase in the sale price, and we've actually seen a 33% drop in the median days on the market.
Alright, so to kind of go further into what's happening in the market, we've essentially got 3 graphs that are going to appear on the screen now. They're also in the newsletter. Feel free to pause on each or go into the newsletter to have a further look. So firstly, the Queenstown Lakes population. So we've had predictions done by Stats NZ that by the year 2048, the Queenstown Lake District population would have grown by 60%. There are also different regions included in this to help with comparisons. In regards to rents, so we've got a trend showing from 2010 to current of what the weekly rent in Queenstown, which is also compared to New Zealand. By looking at this, you can see where the drop was after COVID, where rent prices went down, and from here on out, we are experiencing them to return what they were prior, return to prior rates, I guess you'd say. The Queenstown house prices. So the third graph here was showing the median prices for Queenstown Lakes District, Auckland, and New Zealand. One thing to note here that Queenstown, you can see they have gone up and down. They showed a little bit of differences over the years, with the current sitting at 1.37 million.
Yeah, perfect. So now we're going to touch base on a recent request we've had from one of our last videos on the 5 main strategies of sales methods we're seeing here in Queenstown. Firstly, we have price by negotiation. Essentially, this is a no price marketing campaign where buyers can put forward an offer and essentially the buyer and the vendor can just negotiate from there on. Then we have price, which is quite simply a method that gives buyers the clarity on what the vendor's expecting. Once again, the buyer can put forward an offer where the buyer and the vendor then negotiate from there. Then we have, in terms of no price marketing, a tender sell by tender. And essentially this has a set to sell date where all buyers have to submit an offer on a particular day. From there, the vendor can pick and choose offers to negotiate from there onwards. Then we have a deadline sale, which is quite similar to a tender, only offers can be accepted and negotiated before that deadline day. And finally, an auction method, which is what we're seeing, which is quite common actually here in Queenstown, and essentially buyers have to be unconditional on the auction day, which is obviously a benefit to the vendors, but also it's a benefit to the buyers as it gives you clarity against who you're competing against and how much they want to put forward.
Speaking of auctions, the latest Bailey's auction day at the start of November, we had 18 properties lined up, with 12 out of the 18 selling, and 6 of those 12 actually selling prior to the auction. There were a total of 120 bids across all properties, with 350 online viewers. In total, the sales value was sitting at $12.5 million across from all the auction properties. Next, we have our 2nd of December auction day, and already we have 31 properties in total lined up for that. So it's going to be a busy month ahead.
Yeah, definitely. No, perfect. Look, thanks everyone for joining us today. As always, keep an eye on our social media pages where we'll be announcing our next summer giveaway just in time for Christmas. Once again, if you do have any questions or if there's something you want us to answer in the next video, drop us a comment or send us an email and we'll do our best to answer that next time around. Until then, take care.
Thank you.